the NBA.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far. And with...
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Brooklyn, Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at center. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Here's Nurkic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Harden against Lillard. Harris inside. Comes up empty down low. The pass to Covington. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Boy, Covington has blinding speed, and he makes good use of it in the fast break opportunities.
Lillard against Harden. Pass to Claxton. Great D that time from Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the dunk by Covington.
And check out how high Covington gets with these alley-oops. My goodness, taking off like he's been launched by a rocket booster.
Now, here is Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs.
That's how you get your teammates fired up.
Nifty move. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Powell. Covington down low. Guarded by Green. Got a piece of it. Irving against McCollum. Irving passes to Harden. Nets passing it around. The kick out to Irving. Pass to Claxton. Shoots over Nurkic. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Powell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Now here's Harden. Passes it to Claxton. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's McCollum. Covington kicks to Nurkic. Inside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here is Lillard following the 3-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Here's Claxton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's Powell. The shot's good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now, here is Harden. Claxton kicks it out to Harden. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Kicks it out to Jones. And taken away by Brown. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Fires from deep. And Jones pulls it down. It's McCollum on the wing. Wing shot on the way. And he gets the jumper to drop. Harden outside. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy,
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
We've got Jordan. Brown out there with Irving. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Griffin in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Jones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. This is his first free throw of the game.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than the average numbers.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Irving drives in. It's deflected. And now Jones running the floor all by... Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And the pass to Aldridge. Outside Griffin. No good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Canner. Anthony's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Griffin kicks to Brown. The feed to Jordan. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Portland. A lot of great talkers over the years. Trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Lillard against Irving. From about 16, rebound Brooklyn.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Here's Aldridge. And Anthony sends it back. Here's Jordan out to Harris. Back to Jordan. Goes up again. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Harris.
Yeah, you know, not normally the guy you see crashing the boards there, but Harris giving some extra effort on the rebound.
We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Lillard, the pass to Anthony. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Irving finds Jordan. Back to Irving. Now here's Jordan. The kick out to Irving. And it's off from three-point range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Lillard, right side. Just 5 to shoot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Lillard against Irving. Here's Aldridge. The kick out to Irving. Right side, Jordan. But they'll get another chance.
Wow, wow, wow. DeAndre Jordan showing us the catch and shoot. Well done.
Here is Lillard to the inside, and Cantor throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. They were strong at both ends.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Nurkic with the steal. Covington kicks to Powell. It's McCollum on the wing. Lillard against Harris. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Harden against Lillard. Now, here is Harden. D right on him. Off target at the rim. Oh, McCollum in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Irving. Harden outside. To the paint. Here's Claxton, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Griffin's checked in for Joe Harris. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons is checked in. They get it back. Nurkic, a second chance effort, and he gets it to go. Nurkic has got 6.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
You've often heard it said that sometimes it boils down to who wants it, but who wants it is also tied to putting yourself in position to go get it.
McCollum against Irving. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 7.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And finished off by Nurkic.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Now here's Harden. Defense right on him. Good on the bucket. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
In the corner, Powell with it. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. Just 4 to shoot. A 3 from McCollum. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Griffin. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Powell for 3. Drills it from outside. And the Trailblazers lead by 16. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Back to McCollum. Pass to Simons. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. It's tipped. Outside, Green. In the corner, Irving with it. 41 seconds left in the third. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And he makes that one.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Hard to keep up with Irving. I mean, this guy knows how to get to the line. He's a multi-dimensional scorer, always attacking.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. It's Jones on the wing. Offensive rebound. Brown feeling it out a bit. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And that one released in time, but no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Portland out in front, up by 16. 2K Sports back in a moment. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. DeAndre Jordan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Nets 5.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
The Nets making a switch here. Harden's checked in.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Kicks it out to Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. A shot by Jordan, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Jones. Feeds to Carmelo. Lillard outside. With the teardrop, up again. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, this is where Jordan really does most of his eating, finishing after setting the solid screen.
Lillard the pass to Canner. Now Anthony. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Lillard, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Nets. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Harden surveying the D. He kicks it to Jordan. Back to Harden. Baseline J on the way. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And, you know, sometimes you feel like every single jumper Harden takes is going in, especially from that in-between area.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard outside. The long distance three is buried.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Here's Harden. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Damian Lillard.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Well, the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. It's just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
McCollum finds Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Nurkic in the post. He's against Green. Nurkic can't hit. Nets trail by 17.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Trailblazers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Yusuf Nurkic.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
Down low. That shot misses. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Johnson in the corner. Pass to Chioza. No good with the triple. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Nurkic the pass to Simons. Back to Nurkic over Claxton. Portland again missing.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
To stop the drought. No good. From deep three-point range, can't get it to fall. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
position player, nothing they can't overcome. But it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Now here is Holiday. And here's Middleton, Lopez. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Here's DiVincenzo. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Passes it to DiVincenzo. The Bucks working the ball around. Covington with the steal. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off. Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard against Holiday. And Lillard gets it to go.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Now here's Powell. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Good work there as it goes.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Middleton finds Lopez. Here's DiVincenzo. Trying to get open is Lopez. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Lopez. Back to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Now Lillard. To the inside. Nurkic can't hit. The Bucks trail. Here's the break. Covington with the steal. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and a wide open look for McCollum. The three-pointer no good. The Bucks shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. So the wing on the left. The pass to Middleton. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Lillard. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, Damian Lillard just working them over right now. One of the smaller guards in the league, but darts around so well to make plays.
Back to Giannis. Covington with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's McCollum. That shot is off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Antetokounmpo. Misses from short range.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Nurkic. Powell dishes to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Lopez with the steal. The shot will not fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Portland out in front. They're up by 4. And we'll... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Chris Middleton. E.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Portis finds Middleton. Here's Connaughton. Oh, that was something else!
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Yep, that one goes in there. McCollum's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
To the middle, stolen by Cantor. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Basket counts.
Well, not bothered by getting hit on that play, probably because CJ is capable in the air to make an adjustment.
Here's Forbes. Anthony with the block. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Cantor. That's tipped. They get it back. Here's Simons. And the 3 off target.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Connaughton passes to Middleton. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 6. The putback.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
For Portland, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Count that one.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Well, the size, length, and power of Cantor on full display that time.
Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Portland leading by 6. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And Holiday throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Lillard against Holiday. Lillard, right side. Out to Anthony. Size again. They get it back. And Cantor able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
44 seconds left in the first half of the game. Lobbed up there for Lopez.
Oh my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Lillard with it. 6 points for him. Dishes it to Cantor. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Lillard. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Lopez outside. Excellent D from Cantor.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Bucks trail by 6. Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Here's Lillard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lillard's got the first field goal of the second half for the Trailblazers.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a switch here also for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Here's Connaughton. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. McCollum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lillard with no one around. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly. Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Over to the wing. From the arc. And another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here we go, one-on-one. Powell, no one around him. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Holiday, the pass to Tucker. Back to Holiday. Pass to Portis. To the wing right side. Tucker. And that time, also a missed shot.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. 6 to shoot. DiVincenzo against McCollum. Offline with the baseline jumper.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
There's 1:40 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Simons. Cranes the three-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least.
Great decision by Holiday to sprint towards the hoop for the high percentage shot inside.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Kicks it to Anthony. To the right side. Simons, the pass to Jones. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 19.
Speed burst that time from Middleton, a relentless penetrator, and not afraid to take the punishment.
The Bucks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And here's Portland. They're on a 17-6 run. Pass to Nurkic. Plenty of space. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the shot goes in. Giannis has got his 2nd basket.
Well, playmaking and scoring, that's what Giannis is up to here tonight.
Here's Simons. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Nurkic is a double-double machine every night. There's not a lot of teams right now that are equipped on their roster to handle the kind of size that Nurkic can bring.
Middleton for 3. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Antetokounmpo out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. Portland also making some changes. Harry Giles is checked in for Nurkic, and Enes Kanter subbed in for Robert Covington. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. It's good. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Simons, defended by DiVincenzo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And this is what he's worked on. As Cantor has become a more polished inside scorer, he's been drawing more fouls.
And the first one drops. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. And Cantor drops them both. Bucks trail by 16. DiVincenzo kicks to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Portland no good that time either. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Tucker. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Right side, Portis. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard surveying the D. From deep. It's rebounded by Portis. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting just 34% from the floor. Middleton. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
I see him.
Anthony, the pass to Giles. And stolen by Portis. Fast break, Milwaukee. DiVincenzo finds Portis. Kicks it down to Middleton. Back to Portis. Connaughton passes to Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. And it's Holiday in for Pat Connaughton. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Giles. And it's Powell in for Anthony. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. It's an 18-point game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Trailblazers.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Enes Kanter.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Lillard against Holiday. Clock at 4. Covington wide open. He fires. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Trailblazers lead by 19. And Holiday, here we go.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Lillard fires away from way outside. But they get it back. And here's McCollum for 3. The rebound by Middleton.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Back to DiVincenzo. Lillard against Middleton. He dishes it to Lopez. Shoots over Covington. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Middleton.
Lopez close up and gets it done.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Off target with that shot. And so Portland takes this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good. Up next, greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the shooting guard. Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Back to Nurkic. Another shot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Nurkic finds Powell. Poked away. Clock at 6. Nurkic the pass to Powell. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Now Powell. Paul George missing from long range. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Now, here's George. Here's Zubac. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Lillard misses. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the paint. And that one is good from Zubac.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here is Lillard after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Jackson against Lillard. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
On the wing, George. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Jackson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Cantor's checked in. Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. Lillard left side. The dish to Cantor. No good. Shot missing.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But, boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And, Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Pass to man. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And so here are the Clippers. The Blazers getting the bucket. Here's Rondo. Got a hand on it.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis. Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Here's Rondo after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Ennis Cantor.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
16 seconds left to play here in the first. Now here's Anthony. No points in the game yet for him. And Cantor throws it down.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
From deep three-point range, plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 2 and will return shortly. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Man in at the 2. Shot clock at 6. The feed now to Cantor, and stolen by Patterson. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Kennard's shot is off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Pass to Kennard. Out left to the wing. Man. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Cantor. Lillard, right side. Kicks it out to Jones. 4 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got 6 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
In the corner, it's Morris. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Both teams will make substitutions. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Zubats, that's good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Lillard with it. He has 7. High post, Nurkic. Outside, Jones. Back to Nurkic. Goes back up. There's the pass to Powell. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by George.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Zubac finds Jackson. 1:33 left in the second quarter. Zubac tipped back in for 2. Zubac has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. 9 points in the game so far.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Jackson passes to George. 54 seconds left to play here in the half.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here's Lillard. He's got 9. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And then for the Trailblazers, Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And here's George for 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
George looking over the floor. And that one, good. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They're in. And that's a wrap for our halftime show.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. They've got Powell. Giles is out there with Little. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's McCollum in at the point guard position. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And here's George for three. George missing again.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Here's McCollum. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Clippers trail by 6. Outside Rondo and stolen by Lillard. 3-on-3. It's McCollum on the wing. There's the triple. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got 5 now.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Leonard inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. Here's Patterson. They can't stop the run with that one.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Leonard inside. Powell's there. Patterson passes to Leonard. Nurkic with the block. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. Powell, that's good.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Leonard with no one around. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Covington finds Nurkic. Back to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. His first shot coming late. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Passes to Patterson. Back to Leonard. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. He had a nice open look right there. McCollum's got 11 points here in just the second half. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They're scoreless since the first half. And the layup's good off the glass.
And finally, with some offense, he stops a 17-0 run by the Trailblazers.
Lillard from deep 3-point land, and the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Left side, Covington. And Lillard kicks to Covington. This one for 3. Covington. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Pass to man. Leonard on the wing. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. He gets it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They got Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Morris in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Trailblazers leading by 17. Inside, Anthony. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
George way outside. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Anthony's shot is off. The Clippers shooting a meager 37% for the game. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Outside Anthony, pass to Simons. Back to Anthony, lets it go from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball. Anthony's got 5 points now this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Coffey, and he drops in the layup off the glass. The importance of the 3-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the 3-point line.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Clippers trail by 20. Looking to end his cold spell, and George with the stuff.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
Lillard with no one around. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Trailblazers lead by 21. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. From deep, George. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Who got PG?
1:52 left in the fourth.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
There's the 3. Rondo with the rebound. Rondo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Morris. The Clippers keep it alive. 3-pointer. That shot no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And we watched him all night long. No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for Lillard.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And McCollum launches it from deep. Kicks it out to Jones. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so here are the Clippers. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. They grab their own miss. And there's the pass to Lillard. Out to Anthony. Shoots over Batum. And Anthony with the basket on the assist from Enes Kanter.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
George with no one around. The three-pointer is right on target.
I'll tell you, his ability to stretch the floor is crucial to this team. Pretty play.
Lillard way outside. Can't connect. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the man. Soaring high above the Willamette River. And with tip.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Harris. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And there's Green. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Now Harden. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Here's McCollum. Second shot opportunity. Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now, here is Harden. And the rebound by Nurkic. Harris against Powell. Takes it out to Covington. Buries the long-range jumper.
And, you know, whenever Covington is squaring up like that, he's money. Just an exceptional shooter with range for days.
Here's Green. Harden outside. Pass to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside Irving. 4 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangent and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game, and it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Stolen by McCollum. Powell, that's good.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Harden against Lillard. Harris, right side. Outside Irving. Off target with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. The rebound by Harden. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. They trail by 7. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Griffin's shot is off. And here are the Blazers. They're on an 11-2 run. McCollum finds Anthony. Anthony on the wing. Back to Kanter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And, you know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Irving dishes to Griffin.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Griffin hits them both. 1:31 left here in the opening quarter. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Simons. He feeds it to Kanter. Out to the right wing. Simons the pass to Cantor. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Nets trail by 7. Outside Irving. Banked in off the glass.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Trailblazers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Brown against Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Brown, following the score by Damian Lillard. Hangs, and the layup good by Brown.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 5. "19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And stolen by Jordan. Harris drives in. Brown wide open. He fires. No good on the 3. Anthony kicks to Lillard with 4 seconds on the clock, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers up 5. Damian Lillard told us before the game when asked how he stays
Humble beginnings. I'm proud.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Lillard. And the Nets making a change here as well. Jeff Green is checked in for Bruce Brown. Now here's Powell. Right wing. Clock at 6. And it's Simons missing.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
So for the Trailblazers, Harry Giles is checked in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Powell. Here is Harden. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Portland leading. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Simons surveying the D. And it's blocked by Jordan. It's deflected. Harden the pass to Aldridge. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And it's blocked by Jordan. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington's checked in for Giles. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now here's Powell. 5 to shoot. The 3. And it's Damian Lillard with the 3. Lillard's got 8 points. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Lillard, McCollum trying to get open.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Nets trail by 4. Outside Irving. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Aldridge. Joe Harris comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. And it's good for 2.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Now here's McCollum. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Pass to Claxton. Back to Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pushing it up. Here's Powell. Missed inside.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
One of the hardest and trickiest covers in the league. Harden, not just a superb scorer, but also an amazing passer, which really makes him really hard to guard.
Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Simons, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And so it's the... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's Portland came out ready to play. Amped up and ready off the tip. They immediately went on an 11-4 run. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Irving. Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Harden on the wing. Covered by Lillard. Harden dishes to Green. 6 to shoot. Now the pass to Claxton. Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And the dunk by Powell.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Irving attacking. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 8.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
Lillard scanning the floor. Dishes it to Nurkic. Poke loose. It's stolen by Green, and Brooklyn turns it over again. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Cantor's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Aldridge is checked in. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Lillard. Takes it out to Covington. Tries it from 19. Kept alive. Cantor. And it's McCollum in the corner. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kicks it out to Covington. Takes a 3. And it's Irving with the rebound. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Harden has a wide open look. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Here's Powell. Nice move. He lays it in. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Now here is Harris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Brown kicks to Harris. Nets passing it around. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you've got to be careful and skillful in how you guard Irving. I mean, he's really adept at drawing fouls.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
1:56 left in the third quarter. Pass to Cantor. To the left wing. Covered by Irving. Let's go. Outside Anthony. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. In transition, here come the Nets. Back to Aldridge. The kick out to Irving. Brown the pass to Irving. Griffin trying to get open, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Kyrie Irving. Portland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Simons. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The shot's good from Cantor.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here is Irving. 13 points in the game. Brown finds Irving. Rob. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. They get it again. Here's Aldridge. Irving passes to Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Irving.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons. Out to the wing. Cantor, the pass to Anthony. And stolen by Aldridge. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Chalk up 2 there. And now just a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They made a nice push to keep it close.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Trailblazers lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the threesome. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Harden's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 3. It's McCollum with the drive, and he banks in the layup.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Outside for Jordan. Offensive rebound. Brown outside. Goes back up. Powell pulls it in. Portland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Passes it to Lillard. Pass to Powell over Claxton. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Nets trail by 5. Brown kicks to Griffin. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Good D by Covington. Here's McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Left side, Brown. Claxton, and he goes in for the dunk.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Kicks it out to Covington. Back to Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The pass to Harden. Back to Jordan. Outside for Griffin. The feed to Jordan. And that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Nets trail by 3. Green with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Harden. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Covington. It's stolen by Green. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. 1:41 left in the game. Kicks it out to Harden. Down low, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Irving surveying the floor. Pass to Claxton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Robert Covington picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And he makes both free throws. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Nurkic finds McCollum. Here's Lillard. Count it!
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
So it's Brooklyn now. Now here's Harden. Left side, Irving. Pass to Claxton. Irving against McCollum. Clock at 4. Here's Harden. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. McCollum passes to Lillard. Takes it out to Covington. Back to Lillard. The shake. It's good.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And Green launches it from deep. No good. And so it's Portland winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone said, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. It's the and nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward.
Nice shot selection there. Nurkic finding a shooting window and making that one count.
Middleton on the wing. Back to Holiday. The Bucks working the ball around. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, playmaking and scoring, that's what Giannis is up to here tonight.
DiVincenzo against Lillard. McCollum passes to Nurkic. McCollum. Milwaukee with the rebound. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. To the inside. Nurkic with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. In the corner, Powell with it. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second bucket.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Ball's knocked loose. One-on-one here. Powell kicks to Covington. The rebound by Middleton. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Giannis, if you talk about maturity, the next thing you're going to see is him playing with great patience. Let the play unfold and then take what the defense gives you.
And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Now here's Middleton after the miss from Damian Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far. Just 25%. Here's Powell. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, Damian Lillard just working them over right now. One of the smaller guards in the league, but darts around so well to make plays.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Powell, following the bucket by the Bucks. Lillard, Holiday with the block.
Yeah, get that out of there. That's all timing right there. Drew Holiday continuing hustle play.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. So it's Portland now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Anthony down low, guarded by Tucker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Holiday. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this game. Cantor checked in for Portland. The Bucks also with the sub. Chris Middleton's checked in for Drew Holiday.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
For 3, Middleton tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Portland trailing here. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Kicks it out to McCollum. Passes it to Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Outside Portis. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, Middleton with it. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, he's pretty calm in those situations. Chris Middleton with ease knocking that one in.
Here's McCollum. And it goes down 2 points.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Tucker. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's all tied in Portland. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this to say.
I like to stay locked in to the game and focus to the game and let my...
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trail Blazers. Bucks passing it around. Middleton against Jones. Portis drives in. Back to Middleton. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Bryn Forbes. It's deflected. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Giles leading the charge. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Now, here's Lillard. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one. Yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pulls it up. And that one hits back iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Anthony, no one around. And he gets it to go from the corner. Anthony's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. Tucker finds DiVincenzo. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And here's the fast break. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Harry Giles. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Holiday comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks, trailing by 5. To the middle. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Holiday. Portland shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he makes the first.
Nurkic plays with a little bit of that edge, a little bit of moxie, and that toughness is something the teammates can rally behind.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Now here is Holiday. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. And in this second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Here's Holiday. Following the score by Damian Lillard. Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Here is Forbes. Holiday, the pass to Giannis.
Antetokounmpo going to work now. These types of shots are pretty much in his range.
Trailblazers leading by 3. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And it's Lillard missing.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in. Well, that's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Giannis. Lillard attacking. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Holiday. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. It's on Damian Lillard.
Great body control from Holiday. Gets the shot off while getting hit in the process.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Lillard. He has 6.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Think about just how much focus Lillard has every year about his drive to be one of the best guards in the league. Whether it's recognized or not by an all-star appearance really doesn't have an impact on how he approaches the game.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the 1. Now Lillard. Down low. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Can't hit from in close. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Anthony's checked in for Norman Powell. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for the Bucks. To the paint. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Inside. Kick out to Giannis. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Covington. Portland leading by 3. Here's Anthony. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Holiday trying to free himself up. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Now, here's Lillard. 10 points for him. He dishes it to McCollum. They get the rebound. Outside Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Nobody near Lillard. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. On the wing, DiVincenzo. To the inside. Kick out to Giannis. Lopez dishes to Holiday. Lopez passes to Holiday. Giannis inside. Covington's there. Middleton outside. Taken away by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's McCollum. And the shot is good. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 8. From downtown with the tip and staying with the play, Middleton.
Chris Middleton can make contributions by using his frame to be a good rebounder. Good effort there.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Lillard on top, guarded by Holiday. From short range. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Lillard. He kicks it to Carmelo. Out to the right wing. And it's Lillard missing. Bucks trail by 3. DiVincenzo with it. Lillard picks him up. Pass to Lopez. In the corner, Middleton with it. Now the pass to Lopez. Covington with the steal. Here's Lillard. 12 points for him. Out to Anthony. 3-pointer. It's McCollum on the wing. No good on the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Right side Holiday. 55 seconds left in the third. Simons, the pass to Jones. Inside. Cantor dishes to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Cantor. Kicks to Jones. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The shot's good from Cantor.
Good combination of power and finesse by Cantor. Helps him finish strong through contact.
Tucker finds Holiday. Back to Tucker. Outside Holiday. And Connaughton has it in the corner. To the right side. Here is Forbes. The kick out to Holiday. Here's the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Holiday's got 11 points.
Now, Drew Holiday can make enough threes to make your defense nervous.
Here's Simons. Off with the layup. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Three-quarters of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. The lead is 2. Giles is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The shot by Middleton, wide open. A miss that time would have put him up. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Powell, that's good. Bucks trail by 4. It's Portis, high post. Connaughton passes to Portis. Holiday, and Holiday is right there.
Yeah, Drew very much willing to go in there, scrap out a rebound, and hit the boards.
Pass to Simons. It's up a 3. No good that time. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. It's stolen by Jones. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
The Bucks shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Over to the wing. Holiday, the pass to Portis. Back to Holiday. Changes up. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, Holiday focused there, and a good job of scoring despite getting whacked.
For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Giles. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Holiday against Lillard. Covington.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And that one misses. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And he's good on the second.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
Outside Holiday. Giannis passes to Portis. On the wing, Holiday. To tie it up. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. It's 2-on-1. In the corner, Powell with it. Portland moving the ball around. Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Portis.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Giannis inside. Defended by Covington.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that bad.
Free throw good. McCollum.
A lot of questions in the early part of C.J. McCollum's career about could he become a valuable scorer in the league and really what position would he play. But after being the 10th overall pick in 2013, he's answered those questions.
Middleton can't get it to go.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Nurkic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. Giannis outside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Lillard looking around. From deep three-point range. That shot no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. Middleton finds Holiday. Antetokounmpo against Covington. Antetokounmpo, no good. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Powell. Count that bucket.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Lillard against Holiday. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. Tucker's got his first basket.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Well, great timing as well. Swiss watch kind of moments. Fourth quarter, close game. That could have been a 4-point swing.
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard attacking in the call foul with it. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. 4-point game. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltend. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Lillard against Holiday. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Here's Middleton. Money! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
That is world class.
I love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. Dishes it to Holiday. In the corner, Middleton with it. Can't get the three to fall. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's off. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the three, the small forward.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles. For your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And the basket is good.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
George with the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Lillard. Kicks it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard for the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Left side, George. And the layup's good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Lillard, and there's the pass to Nurkic. The shot. Lillard finds Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The offensive rebound. Nurkic. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now here's Jackson. Down low. Right side, Batum. And now Portland on the break. Three-pointer, Lillard. The second effort. Nurkic kicks to Covington. Batum grabs the miss.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
And it's Leonard missing.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And they take the lead. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 5 and stolen by Patterson. Here's George, and George with this stuff.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
So for the Trailblazers, Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for McCollum.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now here's Rondo. To the paint. Defended by Jones. Outside Rondo. 6 to shoot. Nice D from Lillard.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Jones finds Anthony. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. Kennard with the rebound. Stolen by Cantor. 16 feet away. Here's Lillard. Cantor inside. Patterson defending.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Here's Simons. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Jones. The three. Unable to get that one. And it's Rondo in the corner. Lets it go from the wing. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 3. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Morris is out there with Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Mann in at the 2. Now, here's Kennard. After the miss from Damian Lillard, Morris lays it up and banks it in. Morris has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Clippers. Portland leading. Lillard with it. He has 7. From deep. Morris with the rebound.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Cantor, excellent with that read.
Rondo against Lillard. Got a piece of it. Outside, Jones. Here's Anthony. Patterson against Cantor. Anthony nowhere around. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 3. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And the Clippers miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there toward the deep.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Here's Kennard after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Out to Morris. Fires the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard, the pass to Jones. From deep three-point range, Lillard misses.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Patterson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 8 rebounds in this game. He's got a clear path. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Trailblazers leading by 5. And a wide open look for McCollum. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. Most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, we're just saying that because it's true.
Here's George following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Taken away by Anthony. 3-on-3. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. offensive rebound. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. The steal. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Now, here is George. He has 7. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And here's Portland. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. McCollum against George. And it's McCollum off the drive. And he comes up with the deuce. And it's an 11-point Portland lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Passes to Powell. From outside the arc. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Seven seconds left now here in the second. Jackson passes to George. From deep. Buries it from three-point range. George has got 10.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
And that concludes the first half. Trailblazers lead by 8. And now we'll...
Carmelo, what was the air?
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you at
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. And no doubt that C.J. McCollum is a great player all the time. But Shaq, he has the... And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Pass to McCollum. Batum grabs the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Powell against George.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 8. George looking around. On the wing, Jackson. Back to George. And stolen by Lillard.
And that'll make a pair of turnovers for him in just the last few minutes. So he's got to be a little bit more deliberate with the ball out there.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Powell's got the first basket of the second half here for the Trailblazers.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
George passes to Jackson. At the top of the key, Batum. Pass to George. Just 5 on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Simons, he's checked in for McCollum.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Patterson back to Rondo. The pass to Mann. Here's Patterson. It's George on the wing. Offline with his three.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Simons surveying the D for three. And with the rebound. Clippers trail by 10. The feed to Patterson. Shoots over Covington. Shot from 6. No good there. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Lillard outside. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. That free throw good from Lillard. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Jones comes in for Anthony Simons. Both free throws good from Lillard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Rondo dishes to Patterson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside for Rondo. George with no one around. From outside off the mark. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Lillard. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Rondo. Here's George. The shot off that time, and it's Portland the other way.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Back to Kanter. Outside Covington. Right wing. Lillard from outside. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
From deep, George. That doesn't go either for George.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lillard again missing. Clippers trail by 15. Outside for George. To end the run. George missing again.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
Lillard outside. Inside. And Kanter throws it down.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Here's George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Portland. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 17. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And now Portland on the break. Powell for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Mann passes to Leonard. Powell with the steal. Missed. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers feeling good about their 17-point lead heading in. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rondo in at the 1. Nobody near Lillard. Misses the 3.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Here's Leonard, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Anthony on the wing. And Lillard kicks to Cantor. Back to Lillard. There's the dish to Cantor. Shoots over Zubats. And too long on the shot. Clippers trail by 13. Batum wide open. He fires. Open jump shot off the mark.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Lillard against Rondo. Passes it to Lillard. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. Leonard inside. Anthony on him. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in, and keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Simons, defended by George. Pocket 6. Little passes to Simons. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giant. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Clippers trail by 11. Outside, George. Down low, Jackson kicks to George. Fires for three. Hits it from three-point range.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
They're so close now, they've got to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
And the basket by McCollum.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
George, that's a two-pointer. But they recover it. Good D by McCollum. Got a piece of it. Now, Nurkic to the inside. Powell finds Lillard. Off target from outside.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Outside for Batum. Zubats trying to break loose. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Batum. Now, here's Lillard. Outside, Covington. McCollum outside, puts it up. Bank shot, no good.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And here's George for three. George missing again.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard attacking. Feeds it to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed